Let's do the whole combination facing away from the mirror. From the top. A 5, 6, 7, 8.
We do show tunes and theater talk. We're Causers Curtain Call. You are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees.
There's been a rumor around for a couple of years that the simple, hummable show tune was no longer welcome on Broadway. Well, it's alive and well at the Palace.
They were inseparable. Okay.
I'm going to see it twice more.
When?
As soon as I could get tickets. My husband works in this area.
Just to remind you, the thoughts on ideas presented on this show are my own and not necessarily the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees.
Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty.
We were that kid.
Also, you got to hear a little bit of tap dancing on the radio. And how many times do you get to do that a day? Hello, ladies, friends, gentlemen, everyone. And this is Chris Causer, and this is Causer's Curtain Call. That was Serafina from the musical Serafina. That was the 1988 year, nominated for Best Musical, along with Phantom of the Opera, Into the Woods, and Romance, Romance, that famous musical that you all know. Obviously, Phantom of the Opera won that year. But I've always loved Serafina. It's basically based off the children that were caught up in the Soweto riots in apartheid South Africa. It's really gorgeous. I'm really glad that it came to America. A lot of the musicals that start off in South Africa start at the Johannesburg Markets Place Theater, I believe is what it's called. So sometimes they do this like partnership between the Royal Shakespeare Company in London, and other times they'll come to Broadway. I'm not really sure the last time it's happened, except for I think John Caney, who was in Black Panther. He did this 2-person show he wrote, and I believe that went to London first and then came to Washington, D.C. Very cool play. I would check into that. So that was Serafina. I always love it because it makes me want to dance. And today we're going to stick with things that make us want to bop our heads and to skip around the room and dance. So I want to introduce us to the musical A Little Princess by Andrew Lippa, who you might remember did The Wild Party, one of the versions. So there's this kind of workshop recording that's out where it's all older actors that are playing the younger women, but it's very good. I suggest you look it up, but it's one of my favorite movies, A Little Princess. And this is the musical, and this is basically right around, I guess, the holidays where school shut down and they're daydreaming of things that they could do and presents that might come. And here is Let Your Heart Be Your Compass from A Little Princess.
Everyone hold hands. You too, Becky. Let's close our eyes and think. What do you suppose Becky's mother would want to say to her? I think she'd say a bit about where she is now, where there are fields and fields of flowers, and a soft wind is always blowing. And there's no one to be afraid of? And you can float around wheresoever you like.
And you look down at the earth and smile and say nice things.
Where they like, and I believe it's true. Perhaps Becky's mama is in this room with us right now. And what do you think she would say?
Buck up, Becky, that's the way. Come give your mum a squeeze.
Don't let those bullies spoil your day, but do forgive them, please.
But let's ask Sarah if we may.
What do you suppose she'd say?
Let your heart be your compass, let your laughter be your guide. Follow after what you've always loved, and I'll be by your side. Let your heart be your compass, should your life lead you astray. When you're lost, your heart will know the
Becky! Mum, was that you?
It's not so bad, really, being crushed by a clock tower.
Now you've spoiled it. Go ahead and laugh. I'd be laughing too. It's your laugh I think of, Becky, when I think of you. Laughter goes with tears as the heart matures. Now you're on the brink of growing up to follow yours. Let your heart be your compass. Let your laughter be your guide. Follow after what you've always loved, and I'll be by your side. Let your heart be your compass. Should your life lead you astray, when you're lost, your heart will One day
greatest are a day from rotten. Troubles always come, troubles always go. One day they defeat us, then they're all forgotten.
Let your heart be your compass, let your laughter be your guide. Follow after what you always wanted and take the rest in stride. Let your heart be your compass, should your life lead you astray. When you're lost, your heart will know the way.
Kono bata gomba, mogundu hitamba. Kono bata gomba, hibaba zaba.
Kono bata gomba, mogundu kitamba. Kono bata gomba, ibaba zaba. When the way you know is denied, let imagination provide. Let your laughter be your guide. Sometimes things go right. Sometimes things go wrong. When troubles come, don't forget His
And that was A Little Princess by Andrew Lippa. I love that musical. Again, I strongly recommend you check it out. There's so many good songs. There's even like this good luck song at the beginning that I play all the time in my kitchen. Okay, so today, like I was saying, it's about good times. Let's have a fun day here. I haven't played Godspell yet, which is wild. So I want to do All for the Best, just because a lot of people do the day by day, that kind of thing. But my favorite always, just because of the ukulele. If there's no other time to learn how to play the ukulele, it's because you want to be in Godspell. We're doing All for the Best. Don't forget that the Toronto Cast documentary is coming up. You know, the one that has Martin Short in it, and Victor Garber, Andrea Martin, oh my goodness, and the amazing one from SNL. Why can't Gilda Radner? Wow, that was so close. Oh, again, if you want to email me and yell that I didn't remember Gilda Radner's name, you can contact me on causerscurtaincall@gmail.com. That's my last name, CAUSERS, curtaincall@gmail.com. Also, you can follow us at Harper Radio FM, and then also on my Instagram, I am Causers Curtain Call. Cool. So let's go into All for the Best. This is one of my favorite recordings. This is from the revival in 2001. I believe it was only on the road, actually. So here we go. Godspell, All for the Best.
When you feel sad or under a curse, your life is bad, your prospects are worse. Your wife is sighing, crying, and your olive tree is dying. Temples are graying and teeth are decaying and creditors weighing your purse. Your mood and your robe are both a deep blue. You bet that Job had nothing on you. Don't forget that when you get to heaven, you'll be blessed. Yes, it's all for the best.
livities, doing what they please, richer than the bees are in honey. Never growing old, never feeling cold, pulling pots of gold from thin air. The best in every town, best at shaking down, best at making mountains of money. They can't take it with them, but what do they care? They get the center of the meat, cushions on the seat, houses on the street where it's sunny. Summers by the sea, winters warm and free, all of this and we get the rest. But who is the land for, the sun and the sand for? You guessed, it's all for the best. Some men are born to live in these, doing what they do, so richer than the bees are in honey.
Your life is
never
bad.
growing old, never feeling
Your
cold, pulling
prospects
pots of
are
gold from thin air.
Your wife
The
is
best in every town,
sighing,
best at shaking down, best at making
and your
mountains of
olive tree
money.
is dying.
They can't
Temples are
take it
graying,
with
teeth are decaying,
them,
and
but what
predators
do they
waiting
care?
on first
They
road
get
in
the
your
center
road.
of the meat, cushions on the seat,
Above the
houses on
deep
the street
blue.
where it's sunny.
You bet that
Summers by
you'll
the sea, winters warm and
have
free, all of
nothing
this
on
and
you.
we get the rest.
Don't forget
But
that
who
when
is the
you
land
get
for,
to
the sun
heaven,
and the
you'll be
sand
blessed.
for? You guessed,
Yes,
it's all for the best.
Now, how can you look at a speck of sawdust in your brother's eye when all the time there's a great plank in your own?
I don't know. How can you look at a speck of sawdust in your brother's eye when all the time there's a great plank in your own?
Or, how can you take the speck of sawdust out of your brother's eye when all the time there's a great plank in your own?
I don't know. How can you take a speck of sawdust out of your brother's eye when all the time there's a great plank in your own?
You hypocrite! First, you take the plank out of your own eye so that you can see clearly enough to take the speck of sawdust out of your brother's.
That's no answer to the question.
Well, did I promise you an answer to the question? Ha ha!
Some men are gravity, doing what they want, the cons are in honey.
Your life is bad.
Never alone, never feeling cold, always on the ball from thin air.
Your wife is
The best in every town, best at making mountains of money. They can't take it with them, but what do they care? They get the center of the meat, cushions on the seat, houses on the street where it's sunny.
bet that
Summers by the sea, winters warm and free, all of this and we get the rest. But who is the land for, the sun and the sand for? You guessed, it's all for the
You must never be distressed.
yes, it's all for the
All your wrongs will be redressed.
yes, it's all for the
Someone's got to be oppressed.
yes, it's all for
And that was All for the Best from the 2001 touring production of Godspell. Again, I'm so excited for that Toronto cast production, just like I'm excited for the production of She Loves Me here at Harper College. Have you heard about it? The Harper College Theater Ensemble presents this year's musical, She Loves Me. Perfumery shop clerks Amalia and George, who rarely see eye to eye, both respond to a Lonely Hearts ad, where the identity of their admirers remains unknown. But then they are startled to discover who their true loves really are. Directed by Kevin Long, the production will be running from November 14th to the 23rd in the Performing Arts Center. The show starts at 7:30 p.m. Wednesdays to Saturdays, and on Sunday nights it'll start at 2 p.m. For more information, check out the events page at events.harpercollege.edu. And break a leg, y'all, at She Loves Me. Okay. So again, today we're having a good time. We're going to keep doing peppy songs that make us want to, snap our fingers. I was about to say snap our toes. Okay, so we're going to tap our toes to this new beat that came out in the early 2000s. And this is going to be Beethoven Day. Only because, so Beethoven Day from Your Good Man Charlie Brown, the revival. Remember, there's a couple new songs that weren't in the original Your Good Man Charlie Brown, which are great. We love them. My New Philosophy, hello, a lovely song. So Stanley Wayne Mathis, who does Schroeder, and he sings Beethoven Day. Don't forget, he's the one in the revival with Brian Stokes Mitchell and Maren Maisie. He plays Paul. He's the one that sings Too Darn Hot on that famous revival soundtrack. He's great. I mean, he's Broadway royalty. So here we go. Here's Stanley Wayne Mathis doing Schroeder from Your Good Man Charlie Brown, Beethoven Day.
Call the principal and hand him the news. We've got a holiday that he can't refuse. A day of harmony, a day of music. Beethoven's birthday.
Beethoven Day.
A reverential mission.
Beethoven Day.
the hope of each musician. No more am I the only guy to stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven, hooray.
Beethoven Day?
Yes, as in Ludwig van Beethoven, composer, born 1770, died 1827. The eldest of 3 sons, Ludwig's mother was the daughter of the chief overseer of the kitchen at the palace.
Whatever. Schroeder, I just want you to know I'm on your side. I want to help you publicity-wise with Beethoven's birthday.
Thanks for your support, but I just don't want to see Beethoven's birthday commercialized.
Commercialized?
Yes, the next thing you know, they'll be wearing Beethoven sweatshirts.
Beethoven Day.
If you're wondering now how do we start, just blow the music till you know it by heart. We're gonna celebrate, we'll throw a party. Beethoven's birthday.
Beethoven Day.
And when you say the title,
Beethoven Day.
you'll hear a great recital. A right of every boy and girl to stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven, hooray. Beethoven Day. Beethoven Day.
Beethoven Day. Beethoven Day. Beethoven Day. Beethoven Day.
A philharmonic rumble.
Beethoven Day.
A polyphonic jumble. A humble dedication as we stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven, hooray.
I got it. We'll demand full-page ads in every newspaper.
We'll start a chain of Beethoven superstores.
We'll build a Beethoven theme park.
We could have a bake sale.
Wait, that's too commercial. Let's imagine it, that glorious hour, filled with emotion, yet inspired with power, when we all honor the man we adore. On the day we place the newest face on Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. Beethoven Day.
A moment of reflection.
Beethoven Day.
A classical injection. So facing this direction, we begin it today. A musical collection, everybody can play. The right of every boy and girl to stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven.
And that was Beethoven Day from your good man Charlie Brown. And don't forget Stanley Wayne Mathis, Broadway royalty. Okay, so you are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. And don't forget, my thoughts and opinions are not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. But I'll tell you right now, I bet you they all love musical theater. Okay, so we're going to keep going on with Fun Day. Oh, my goodness. Well, I guess this is more about Soothing Day now. We were having a great time. We're going to go into a little bit of soothing. I love this song just because if you remember Succession, do you remember the actor that played Frank, Peter Friedman? He was the original Tate in Ragtime. And I just think his voice is absolutely gorgeous and gliding. And anytime that I feel like I'm having, I don't know, feeling a little anxious, or maybe I'm feeling like the world is spinning too fast, I always put this version of gliding on. I just think it's gorgeous. And I think that his voice is beautiful. So here we are. Here's Peter Friedman, Ragtime. This is the original cast. And here is Gliding.
Don't cry. Don't be afraid. I'm here. We're together. Look what I made for you. See the silhouettes. It's a little book of silhouettes. When you flip the pages, they move. Look how nice. This is you on skates, turning pretty figure eights on this smooth, cool ice. We are gliding on a pond. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. We are gliding, gliding far beyond. Close your eyes, close your eyes. Feel the wind as you pirouette. Are you happy yet? Are you happy yet? Your mama would tell you, imagine you're fearless, imagine you're fearless, and soon you won't fear. When I am afraid, I imagine your mama. She skates just ahead. Can you see her? She's here, and we're gliding, gliding far away. Pirouettes, figure eights, silver skates, just down the track. Glide with me, little one. Glide with your tate. We'll never look back.
Yeah, my kid would like that. How much?
It's not for $1.
It's a deal. What do you call it?
I...
Oh, it's gotta have a name. I'm not paying this much for something without a name.
They move. I call them movie books. Oh, your father is a smart man. With this money, we will get a clean bed and a hot bath. And tomorrow we will make more of these, and we will sell them for $2. Tate's movie books. Everyone will want them. They just don't know that yet. We are gliding, gliding far away. Pirouettes, figure eights, silver skates, just down the track. Glide with me, little one, glide with your tate. We'll never look back.
And there was Gliding from the original cast of Ragtime, Peter Freeman playing Tate, and who was Peter Freeman's daughter? Leah Michele. There you go. Give yourself a round of applause for the ones that got that. Little tiny baby Leah Michele. Isn't that incredible? Wild. She's had an incredible career. Okay, so we were going to do an accidentally really sad song next. So I'm just going to do an audible. We'll throw that later on. Maybe next week. Come back for sad songs at some other point, which I do think are very important. And sometimes you just have to have a collection of sad songs as well. But we're going to jump to Honestly Sincere. Why? Because nobody seems to be doing Bye Bye Birdie at the time. And I feel like that needs to have a sort of like resurgence in terms of the high school theater, community theater landscape. It's great. You'll be able to, I don't know, raise some funds. A lot of people in different generations like that show. I think we should all kind of go back to Bye Bye Birdie. If you have a lot of teens in your community, or sometimes you have a lot of teens kind of hovering around your community theater, and then you don't seem to be doing musicals that have teenagers in them. Again, you have to use them and then they'll stay. But if you do musicals that don't really pertain to teenagers, then they're going to go to somewhere else, or they're going to try to find some other theater company. And then when you do need to do a West Side Story or something like that, you're going to complain. You're just going to say to yourself, well, what happened to all those young teens that were standing around? They were waiting for you to do Bye Bye Birdie. Okay. Well, now that we're done that, we're going to go into Honestly Sincere. I love this song as well. We're going to start bringing back the classics today. Here's Bye Bye Birdie, Jesse Pearson, the original Conrad Birdie.
You gotta be sincere. You gotta be sincere. You gotta feel it here, 'cause if you feel it here, well then you're gonna be honestly sincere. If what you feel is true, you really feel it, you make them feel it too. Write this down now, you gotta be sincere, honestly sincere. Man, you gotta be sincere. If you're really sincere, if you're really sincere, if you feel it in here, and it's gotta be right on, baby. Oh, honey, hurt me. I suffer. In everything I do, why my sincerity shows through. Yeah, I look you in the eye, I don't even have to try. It's automatic, I'm sincere. When I sing about a tree, listen, why I really feel that tree. Yeah, when I sing about a girl, I really feel that girl. I mean, I really feel sincere. If you're really sincere, if you're really sincere, if you feel it in here, and it's gotta be right out, baby. Oh, honey, hug me. I suffer. Hey, here we go now. Why you gotta be sincere? Huh? You gotta feel it here. Oh, my baby. Oh, my baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, my baby. Ah, yeah. Go, girl, go. Yeah. Are you gonna be sincere? Are you gonna be sincere? Yeah! Are you gonna be sincere? Are you gonna be sincere? Yeah! Are you gonna be sincere? Are you gonna be sincere? Yeah! My baby, oh yeah. My baby, oh yeah. Are you gonna be sincere? Are you gonna be sincere? Oh, my baby, oh yeah. My baby, oh yeah. My baby, oh yeah. Oh, my baby. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Honestly Sincere, Bye Bye Birdie, the original Conrad, Jesse Pearson. Honestly Sincere, I just do want to make sure that I remind everybody that Bye Bye Birdie, handled with love and care, will bring in all of the funds you'll be able to raise. But remember when they brought the revival in with Uncle Jesse from Full House to play Conrad? It didn't do that well, but also that production was rushed. So you just can't throw it up and then assume that it is going to run forever. But if you handle with love and care and you don't make it into a joke and you realize just how loving Albert and Cheetah Rivera, Rose, you see how loving Albert and Rose are together. I mean, I love that musical. It's great. And then the family, of course. The father is the comedic effect. It is lovely. Okay, so I have been saving this one for a little bit. I do want to play Jubilation Tea Corn Pone, just because in the same way with Bye Bye Birdie, I really think that companies should bring back Little Abner. I don't think a lot of people remember it, but this past weekend, because I wanted to, I found it on YouTube, and just to let you know, somebody has added a remastered version of the entirety of Little Abner, the movie, on YouTube. It's glorious, it's gorgeous, it looks really clear, and the audio is incredible. So you should do what I did and watch it immediately. But I think that that's something that people should start to think about in terms of a future summer musical. So we're going to do Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. You're going to remember Stubby K, who was the original Nicely Nicely Johnson. How you doing? Nicely Nicely. From not only the Broadway production, but also the movie with Frank Sinatra. So here's Stubby K and Jubilation Tea Corn Pone from Little Abner.
Scarlet, honey, it's high time you knew that our town was founded by that beloved man who's setting up there on that horse, Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. the greatest fighting general and military strategist the Confederacy ever knew.
Was he brave?
Brave? Why, J.T. Cornpone didn't know the meaning of the word fear. Terror, yes, but fear never. And all over the countryside, there's monuments commemorating the names of his famous battles.
Such as?
Cornpone's disaster, Cornpone's misjudgment, Cornpone's catastrophe, and Cornpone's humiliation. When we fought the Yankees and annihilation was near, who was there to lead the charge that took us safe to the rear? Why, it was Jubilation T. Cornpone. All toot your own horn, Pone. Jubilation T. Cornpone, a man who knew no fear.
Tell us more,
Yeah, what else did he do?
When we almost had him, but the issue still was in doubt. Who suggested the retreat that turned it into a rout? Why, it was
Jubilation T. Cornpone!
Erect, all tattered and torn pone.
Jubilation T. Cornpone, you kept us hiding out.
With our ammunition gone and faced with utter defeat, who was it that burned the crops and left us nothing to eat?
Why, it was Jubilation T. Cornpone.
Old September morn pone.
Jubilation T. Cornpone.
The pants blown off his seat.
Hooray!
When it seemed like our brave boys might keep on fighting for months, who took pity on them and capitulated at once?
Why, it was Jubilation T. Cornpone.
Unshaven and shorn pone.
Jubilation T. Cornpone.
He weren't nobody's dunce.
Why, it was Jubilation T. Cornpone. Jubilation T. Cornpone. He weren't nobody's dunce.
Who went reconnoitering to flank the enemy's rear, circled through the piney woods and disappeared for a year.
Why, it was Jubilation T. Cornpone.
Oh, treat him with scorn, pone.
Jubilation T. Cornpone, the missing mountaineer.
Who became so famous with a reputation so great that he ran for president and didn't carry a state?
It was Jubilation T. Cornpone.
Old wouldn't be sworn, pone.
Jubilation T. Cornpone, he made the country wait.
Stonewall Jackson got his name by standing firm in the fray. Who was known to all his men as good old paper mache.
Why, it was Jubilation T. Cornpone. Jubilation T. Cornpone, he really saved the day. Why, it was Jubilation T. Cornpone. Jubilation T. Cornpone, he really saved the day.
I'm just going to take it there at that false ending because I realized they're going to do that all over again for another 2 minutes. So how about we say, yay, Stubby K, thank you so much. So that was Little Abner, Jubilation T. Cornpone. Again, I recommend that you look into it in your future scheduling and your future season planning. Also, remember at the beginning, the Andrew Lippa show I played, A Little Princess, the musical. I think that should be the new Annie. We're all doing Annie a lot still for, 20 years now, every December slot. If we're not doing A Christmas Carol and we're not doing the Nutcracker, we're doing Annie. So I think maybe next season, before you tell anybody else, you should go into Concord or whoever owns the royalties and let's do A Little Princess. It takes time during December, but also you have some other seasons in there as well. But you still have, just like everybody else loves Annie, for the FDR scene, and they do the NYC and they get to go around. There's Christmas lights. Oh my goodness. Amazing. So yeah, that's kind of my whole pitch to that. I think it's a great idea. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. Do Annie again. All right, so just remember, this is WHCM 88.3 FM. Go into harperradio.com. That's where you'll find all the scheduling, everything that's coming up past me today, but also everything coming up next week. You'll see my show name up there as well. Also, causerscurtaincall@gmail.com. You can email me with any suggestions or questions, or maybe you're looking for a specific track. I promise you I probably have it. And let's kind of keep going. Oh, that was what I wanted to say. Little Abner, Michael Kidd, choreographer. Do you remember in Birdcage when Robin Williams was running around during that rehearsal scene and he's going like, Madonna, Madonna, Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd. That's Michael Kidd. He directed Little Abner. A lot of the moves in Little Abner you'll see Robin Williams is specifically doing at light speed of 2.3 seconds. And it's incredible how much he just has this entire Michael Kidd persona and then moves on really fast. I think it was like Twyla Tharp, right? Opening of Hair. Okay, so I'm rambling. We're going to do Pajama Game. I want to do There Once Was a Man. This production was so famous with Harry Connick Jr. coming on. Broadway was not doing well at the moment. Also, New York City was not doing well at the moment. Kelly O'Hara was playing Babe. And guess who comes in to play Sid Sorokin? Harry Connick Jr. All right, here's There Once Was a Man from Pajama Game.
Tell me.
I love you more than all the heroes in all the history books.
Tell me.
Oh, what a woman. I'll tell ya. There once was a man who loved a woman. She was the one he slew the dragon for. They say that nobody ever loved as much as he. But me, I love you more.
Tell me.
And there once was a man who loved a woman. She was the one he gave his kingdom for. They say that nobody ever loved as much as he. But me, I love you more. My love is a giant, fierce and defiant. But how can I prove it to you? Ain't got no kingdom, no dragon to back up my bragging. How can I show what I would do? I only know there once was a man who loved a woman. She was one he ate the apple for. They say that nobody ever loved as much as he. But me, I love you more.
There once was a woman who loved a man. He was the one that she took poison for. They say that nobody ever loved as much as she. But me, I love you more.
Tell me.
And there once was a woman who loved a man. He was the one she swam the channel for. They say that nobody ever loved as much as she. But me, I love you more. My love's meteoric, it's merely historic. A whirlwind, a cyclone on wheels. It rocks my whole solar plexus. It's bigger than Texas. I just can't tell you how it feels. I only know there once was a woman who loved a man. Loved him enough to cause the Trojan War. They say that nobody ever loved as much as she. But me, I love you more, 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 more.
More than a hangman loves his rope.
More than a dopey loves his dope.
More than an engine loves his scalp.
More than a yogurt loves his house.
More,
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 more.
Once was a man who loved a woman. She was the one he slew the dragon for. They say that nobody ever loved as much as he. But me, I love you more. But me, I love you more.
And that was There Once Was a Man from The Pajama Game with Kelly O'Hara and Harry Connick Jr. You know what's wild about that soundtrack is that they didn't even believe in it as a soundtrack in its own. So they did this like weird partnership with Harry Connick Jr.'s own soundtrack that he was going to come out with his own music and his band, and then they just put Pajama Game on it. It was very... So if you actually have the CD, as I do, you'll see that on the back, it's like all New Orleans songs and all of what Harry Connick Jr. does in his normal career on tour. And then the other half is Pajama Game. It's so funny. And so you kind of see the wonkiness of Broadway throughout the different years, and sometimes there's money and sometimes there's not money. And right now there's kind of this weird discrepancy, I guess, between both sides of how much money there is on Broadway. Earlier this year, we heard that there was tons flowing in, and right now we're hearing the opposite. So I'll keep my eye out and report back. How about that? All right, so in terms of this being the fun day, I also seem to be helping out with season planning. So I want to do Plenty to be Thankful For from Holiday Inn. This is a pro shot that I watch every December with Bryce Pinkham from, you remember, A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. He was the lead. And then also Corbin Bleu, our favorite, from, Broadway shows. But of course, I always want to have to say High School Musical. Okay. So Corbin Bleu is also in Plenty to be Thankful For. Holiday Inn, I think, is a great musical for your season. You should probably put it into the November-December slot. But what's also great about Holiday Inn, remember, is that they cover all the holidays. So it's not like they're just going to be bombarded. Boom, 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 Christmas, holiday, whatever. You have the song about, St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day. It's lovely. There's a lot of dance numbers in it, a lot of different musical numbers. It's that kind of cheesy humor for musical theater, like, well, I can't think of a joke right now, but you get it. Cheesy humor for musical theater. All right, so here's Plenty to be Thankful For. This is Corbin Bleu and Bryce Pinkham.
You girls. I've got eyes to see with.
Thanks to Optrix, the eye lotion made with science.
Ears to hear with.
Thanks to Benzel, the nasal spray made with amphetamines.
Arms to hug with, lips to kiss with.
Someone to adore.
How could anybody ask for more?
Why would he?
My needs are small. I buy them all at the 5 and 10 cent store. I've got.
He's got.
We've got.
Plenty to be thankful
That was Plenty to be Thankful For from Holiday Inn, the musical. Corbin Bleu, Bryce Pinkham. Just remember, look into that again. And the pro shot, I don't know where it is. You'll find it somewhere out in the world. But I think it's lovely. It's the pro shot from, I believe, the Broadway production. It's just gigantic. It's a gigantic production. But you don't have to make it that way. Don't be too nervous about the size. I mean, remember, you can do whatever you want. Maybe you have costumes in the back of your costume shop. You don't have to make it into this grandiose production just like they did. But I do believe that you maybe should do it because not a lot of people do it, right? You're going to sell tickets. Okay, so I just want to bring your attention, students of Harper College. Do you want a free shaker bottle? How about the chance to win a free Apple iPad? From Monday, September 15th to Sunday, November 23rd, the Rec Center is holding a contest to become a Rec Center GOAT. That's G-O-A-T. All you have to do is activate your free student membership and utilize the Rec Center 20 times. Questions? Contact Laura Kreisman at 847-925-6802. Again, that's Laura Kreisman at 847-925-6802. All right, WHCM 88.3 FM. This is Causers Curtain Call. The thoughts and ideas presented on the show are my own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. Friends, everyone here, gather around real quick. I have to talk about something that I just discovered the other day. Do you remember Head Over Heels, that famous musical in 2018? Okay, so get something to drink, sit down. We're going to start from the beginning. So in 2004, there are these two composer lyricists, Jeff Marks and Bobby Lopez. They're tasked to write this kind of musical about puppets that's a little satirical, a little raunchy, based on Sesame Street. You know it as Avenue Q. So if you watch the show business, the Road to Broadway DVD, you can see that at one point in the workshop kind of section of the writing the musical, someone approaches Bobby Lopez and Jeff Marks and says, you both are really great at the songs. You're lovely artists, and they're hysterical. You do not know how to write a script. So we're going to bring somebody in, and we're going to have to help you. Now, cue in this up-and-coming young bloke named Jeff Whitty, right? They don't seem to be getting along, all three of them. It looks like this trio of everyone that wants to do the musical on their own. And they don't really want to be doing in this section, but sometimes that's amazing for collaborative teams. Well, guess what? It runs for 16 years in New York City. Not only does it run on Broadway forever, but then they transfer to New World Stages, a little bit smaller, runs even longer there. So they all become wildly successful. Bobby Lopez and his wife end up writing Frozen. Ever heard of it? Let It Go? And then also Jeff Marks and Bobby Lopez go on to Book of Mormon. Now, Bobby Lopez stays. They end up saying goodbye to Jeff Marks because things don't work out so well. Guess what? He's on the back end for some points. He doesn't mind that he's been let go. As long as that musical is successful, he is going to clean up. So the only one that seems to not really have like anything in terms of, oh wow, another commercial project right after Avenue Q, Jeff Whitty. Now this is pre-Regency Corps. Regency Corps. We don't have Bridgerton yet. We don't have Six the Musical. So Jeff Whitty went to the Oregon University, the University of Oregon. That's where they went before they got their master's at New York University. So they're writing this little musical based off some sort of Regency Corps where they're going to take a very late 1700s story, then they're going to put Go-Go's music to it, and remember now they're successful. So they were able to contact the Go-Go's and their representation and their agents and ask, can I have the whole catalog? They say, absolutely. And so they're doing Head Over Heels, which was a Jeff Whitty production. He not only wrote it, he created it, and he put all the songs all over the script so that they would actually make sense. So you, at some points, audience members actually asked, is this an original song? And he had to say, they're all from the Go-Go's. I don't know why I have to keep saying that. So he also wrote the entire script in iambic pentameter. It does so well that immediately it sells out for 5 months. Now remember, this is at Oregon University, so it sells out for 5 months after the first week. It's going. Guess what happens when you sell out for 5 months? The money people get involved. So his agent comes around, producers come around, oh my goodness, we're going to take this. This is it, Jeff Whitty. This is your next hit. This is it. You're going to be famous just like Avenue Q. So we're going to New York. You just sign over everything to us. But this is his agent and this is his producer, right? So he does. He assumes that what they're explaining to him is what a contract actually says. What they're actually doing is taking all the creative control away from him. You ever seen The Social Network? Basically like that. He finds out that not only has his entire creative team been fired, the designers, the choreography, the music director, everything, but they've also brought somebody on to rewrite the book. And it's not going to be an iambic pentameter. They've also brought in a new director, Michael Mayer. Remember Michael Mayer? He directed Spring Awakening. He also directed American Idiot. Did American Idiot do as well as Avenue Q? No. So they basically take Jeff Whitty's entire script, entire concept away from him. They fast track it through the workshops. He gets a new agent. He separates from his another agent. There's these backstage lawsuits. Everything gets really hairy, really scary. Not at all what you want from collaborators that are literally going down the racetrack to opening night on Broadway. So what happens? They basically just tell him he's not allowed to come around anymore. They change the script. They go into a new style where they're going to change where songs are placed. And what we all remember now is that Bridgerton, is that Head Over Heels lasted less than 200 performances, right? It was 188 performances and then 37 previews. That's it. And it was only because the person that created it, had they just let him continue with it, we don't know. I mean, maybe it would have been success, maybe it wouldn't, but it seemed like something that was done very well in its initial concept and creation was all of a sudden kind of interrupted and then recreated. Now, Mike O'Meara is an incredible director, obviously. We know that from Spring Awakening, but also he's had some flops. So I was really confused about this. Who would come in and rewrite Jeff Whitty's words? Well, guess who that was? It was the writer of Mike O'Meara's first directing project ever on Broadway in 1997. And when I found that out, it was like glass shattered. So in 2023, Jeff Whitty finally comes out with the tell-all. He writes 15 points online. He basically writes 15 chapters detailing everything that had happened to him. He talks about his new agency. He talks about how Head Over Heels was supposed to be, I don't know, his next amazing opus, and how before it even hit Broadway, it was nothing of the show that you saw in the University of Oregon. So with that being said, here's my favorite song from Head Over Heels. And I do think you should look into Jeff Whitty's Grand Theft Musical, is what the entire kind of Substack is called. Nobody ever really wrote about it. I mean, you know why, except for Playbill.com. But I don't know, give them some energy. Who knows what side is correct or who's in the wrong or what, but I just felt so devastated for Jeff Whitty. And I think as artists, sometimes you think, I'm honestly not trying to be egotistical or selfish. I'm saying I know what's good for this project. And if you would let me continue with it, we could all be successful. And that doesn't always work out. Okay, so here's We Got the Beat from Head Over Heels. I don't mean to laugh. I do think that this is the best song in the whole musical, but the problem is it opens the musical. Okay, here we go. Head Over Heels, We Got the Beat.
Realm. Gather we here at the summer solstice to celebrate our legacy.
We got the beat.
For ages, the beat has ordered our lives.
Gift from the gods of their truth is a sign. The beat heats our grapes and turns them to wine.
It threshes our wheat and gives us to dine.
We heed its rhythm and follow its form.
It keeps us in line and dictates the norm.
Our nation made strong by brilliant design.
Arcadians swear
our beat is divine.